Hello and welcome to yet another guitar channel. I'm Anjay and this is the Hello Sailor Thunderchild Abbey Road Fuzz. Hello Sailor has been a friend of the channel for a very long time now. He is one of the very first people to send me anything to review. And this last week he sent me this and an Electra distortion circuit to play with. And in fact, if you watched the live stream yesterday, you would have seen the Electra. It's now yesterday. By the time you watch this, it could be anywhere between yesterday and 5, 10, 15 years down the line. I'll be demoing the Electra at some point as well. But I wanted to play around with this Fuzz because it's Joe's version of a fuzz face that he spent years developing and trying to get right. The idea with it is it's a fuzz face that will work anywhere in your rig and sound good. If you don't know, a standard fuzz face reacts very badly to not being the first thing in your guitar signal chain. It reacts specifically really badly with wireless. But unbeknownst to Joe, the way I'm going to test this is using my new X wireless kit. Because for me, a fuzz has to work with wireless. Reason for that being, I did a gig where I had a fuzz face nice and set up at home. I got it to the gig, and when I wasn't plugged straight into the front of the fuzz pedal, all I got was fuzz. There was none of that nice clean roll off that you get when you turn the volume down on the guitar. And that's one thing that Joe was really, really specific about with this pedal, is that getting it set up right, you will find a nice spot where the cleanup and the distortion are great just using the guitar's volume. So I thought I'd test that theory. Now, I've not tried this yet. I've tried the pedal. I know that down is kind of a bass boost on this little switch. Middle is, I don't think it's any kind of boost. It's, if anything, it might be a bit of a treble boost and a bass cut. And then up is kind of a nice blend of them. Up is my favorite when it's plugged straight into the amp. I'm going to put it in the middle, and which I think is kind of more a range mastery sound. And I'm going to go through the wireless kit into my amp, which is a Fender clean tone that we're going to be getting out of this. Here is what the clean sounds like. Here is what the fuzz, if we can find the button, sounds like. Fuzz all the way off. Switchy knobby thing in the middle, volume about halfway, about halfway. Clean sound. Rangemaster type boost. So it really emphasises the high end, and that's without the distortion, without the fuzz in. I'll go to the up position. We can start to hear a bit of clipping. We go to the down position. The down position is just bassy fuzz. I'm going to go to the up position for now because plugged in directly, that was my favourite anyway. Let's start winding some fuzz in. So as we get about halfway, you start to hear the fuzz kick in. Go to the middle setting. So fuzzy but the less bass. all the fuzz. We're going to stick to the up position for now, and we're going to test Joe's theory. Can this clean up with my guitar volume? So I'm in 4th position on a Squire Strat. And there it is. So it does. It cleans up. Cool. If I go down to the bottom setting where it's the most fuzzy, let's see if that does as well. Middle setting. Well, what do you know? It cleans up exactly the way you promised. And I'm on the full fuzz setting, and it cleans up over a wireless transmitter and receiver. Joe, I'm dead impressed with that. Not only does it sound fantastic, it does what you said it was going to do. It actually cleans up. And I'll be honest, I wasn't completely convinced it was going to. So what I'm going to do now is to change my setup slightly, so I'm going straight into the pedal, and we can have a little play around with it there, and also see how that changes the way the pedal responds slightly, because I have played with this directly into the amp, and I know that it does sound slightly different. Still sounds awesome through the wireless, but it does sound a little bit different going directly into the guitar, going directly into the pedal. So give me a sec. All right, so I am going straight into the pedal now, and here is my clean tone again. Go into the middle position. So there's definitely more gain if you're plugged straight into the front of the pedal. If I go onto the top setting now. Again, more gain, definitely sounds better going straight into it. And it cleans up with much less need for a roll-off. Well, down. Down cleans up much nicer with the guitar volume. So there's definitely a difference. The thing to keep in mind is this pedal here doesn't have a pickup simulator in it. So I reckon if you was to include a pickup sim into this, I think this would sound almost identical using the wireless. Because the wireless, think about it, it's a wireless signal, you lose the impedance, and there's also a buffer in it as well. So it's doing all the things that a fuzz face shouldn't have going into it. So I think on the top setting, directly plugged in, this is one of the nicest fuzzes I've used. And I do love my King Fuzz. I don't know if you can see over here, but I do love my King Fuzz. But there is something... And that cleanup is something else when you just plug straight in. That is a really nice fuzz. Joe, hats off, mate. That is great sounding fuzz. And I love the fact that as an unmodified fuzz, not built with wireless in mind. I know that wasn't something he was thinking about. He was thinking about more this being able to go in the signal chain after a buffer, maybe. Wireless is a slightly different beast even compared to buffers. It works. I could gig that really easily and know that if I rolled right back, I would get a good clean up. I think plug straight in. Yeah, I mean, it's a different beast when you plug straight into it. So, all in all, I think Joe should be very proud of that fuzz. I know he was really nervous about sending it to me because he knows I can be a bit of a bugger when it comes to fuzzes. I have a love-hate relationship, and I found a few fuzzes that I'm really in love with now. And it took some guts to send over his new toy, his new baby to me. So, well done, Joe. Great pedal. Thanks for lending it to me. It will go back to him now. If you're in the market for a boutique fuzz, keep in mind, I suppose I probably didn't mention this at the start. This is a boutique, well, no, mustn't scratch the paint. This is a boutique fuzz, handmade by Joe. So it's got ridiculous components in it, as usual, because it's Joe. But also, it's not designed for that mass-produced feel. It's designed to be specific to somebody's likes. You know, somebody will fall in love with that tone and buy the pedal. And it will not be cheap. It will be $250. It's not going to be a cheap pedal. But I think for a boutique fuzz that can legitimately go anywhere, even behind wireless, you're not going to find many boutique builders doing fuzzes like this. Now, there are some, don't get me wrong. But if you're interested in Hello Sailor products, you're interested in fuzz faces, and you want a fuzz face that will work, whatever you do with it, I reckon the Thunderchild or the Abbey Road, because I think this is a germanium version, there's a silicon version as well. Do you know what? You're not going to go far wrong with one of these. So, Joe, thanks very much for lending it to me. I will be getting it back in the box and in the post very soon, mate. As ever, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you again very soon. Cheers.